Most people think that microdosing is about escaping. The truth is, it's about engaging with life more deeply. I'm Seth Marcus, and I help high performers rewire and create their best lives using proven practices, mindful techniques, and with the support of psychedelic microdosing. This is your complete beginner's guide to mindful microdosing practices. We're going to go through education and best safety practices, how to start your regimen, common misconceptions, why people microdose in general, and most importantly, how it can help you and how to source responsibly. My personal journey with microdosing started when I was recovering from my cancer diagnosis. My body was ravaged, I was completely depressed, and I found myself in this new rebuilding period where I didn't quite know who I was and what I was doing with my life, but I knew I needed a spark. I started working out, I started getting back into my journaling, my mindfulness practices like meditation and breath work, and I decided I was gonna try this new novel practice of microdosing, of taking small sub-perceptual amounts of psychedelics for enhanced creativity, cognition, and uplifted mood. It was during this time that I found this new spark in life. I found myself finding more interest in my creative acts. I found myself more uplifted and ready to get back into working out, more energy throughout the day, but more of just a presence and an appreciation for what was going on around me. Whether it came from my near-death experience with cancer or with the help of my mindfulness practices, the microdosing really helped me slow down and become more aware of all the beauty that was in my life and all that I wanted to create in my future. As I rebuilt my body and started to rebuild my lifestyle, I decided to become certified as a coach. And it was during that time that I realized the power of microdosing with intentional practices and direct support to create the Mind Mill, the microdosing journal, the courses, and the one-on-one coaching programs that I do today. Microdosing has helped me stay the course with my workout practices and my meditation. It's helped me become more creative and write more music in my personal life. It's helped me with my relationship with my partner and with my business. It's been an amazing tool that I utilize to propel my lifestyle to that of great success. It's not a fix-all, but it definitely can help me become more present and pleasant in my daily life. So what is microdosing? Microdosing is about taking small sub-perceptual amounts of psychedelics for increased cognitive benefits and better emotional regulation. Rather than a deep dive, which can be incredibly profound but also potentially destabilizing, microdosing is a process where you're taking these small dosages multiple times a week to see gradual shifts over time. I like to say it's like braces for your mind. In coordination with healthy habits like mindfulness, breath work, journaling, and working with a coach, these habits become lifestyles, and the microdosing really helps facilitate that neuroplasticity, the changing of your mind to help you promote a better lifestyle. It's not about getting high, it's not about escapism, it's about tuning in and taking control of your life. From my experience, microdosing isn't an intoxicating experience, it's more uplifting. I've been debilitated by alcohol before or cannabis. This is not about getting high. It's about enriching your life. People I work with have a story about that time they took too much psychedelics, whether at a party or a concert, or had a bad experience with friends. I assure you, that is not the microdosing experience. So why are people interested in microdosing? Well, microdosing increases neuroplasticity in the brain. It helps with emotional regulation. And we also find that it helps us bring some of these emotions to the surface so that we can process them. It's about living your best life and learning how to heal yourself from within. Common reasons for microdosing are navigating mood support, working with anxiety and depression, addiction management, improving relationships, focus and clarity, engaging in creativity. For me, it was about reclaiming my life's purpose. What was it all about after my cancer diagnosis? And this really helped me understand that it's about the presence, it's about the beauty of every day. And how can we bring our own creative force into our daily lives and become the creators that we all are? And for my clients, I've seen amazing transformations from getting off of alcohol and SSRIs, revitalizing relationships with themselves and with their loved ones, improving their daily lifestyles, getting back into the gym, getting back into their mindfulness routines, journaling again, writing new music or creating new art. It's really helped them empower themselves into healing from within, as well as living a more fun and fulfilled life. So let's talk about the common mistakes that people who are new to microdosing make. There are 6 to focus on. The first one is treating it like a supplement rather than a practice. Guys, these medicines have been used by our ancestors and by civilizations longer than we can even comprehend. These are very, very special substances and they should be treated as such. If you throw it in with the rest of your supplements, it kind of loses its purpose. It's just another supplement like fish oil or vitamin D or your magnesium. So take a minute and be intentional when you're microdosing. The next big mistake is ignoring the legality and proper sourcing of these medicines. Right now, many states are beginning to decriminalize and introduce a regulated psychedelic market, but you should still be very clear on what your state and your jurisdiction's legal framework means. And when you're sourcing these medicines, be sure that they're tested for purity and reliability. You want to be very clear on the dosages and the quality before you're ingesting any of these products. The third mistake is taking too much or taking it too often. I always recommend 2 to 4 times per week in the lowest dose possible. I tell my clients, if you don't feel your microdose on your first time, that's good. That means that we can titrate up from there and you can find your perfect dosing because everyone is different and everyone has a different reason for why they're coming to the microdosing practice. It's important to find your own regimen, your own protocol, and learn as you go, starting low. The fourth big mistake is skipping the ritual and the intention. Like I said earlier, this isn't a supplement. It's a chance for us to really embrace our own inner healing. So take a minute and set an intention. Maybe close your phone or get out in the nature. Take a minute, take a few breaths, get your feet on the ground, your face in the sun, and set an intention for why you are microdosing in the first place. You'll be amazed at the power of an intentional thought. The fifth mistake is not tracking your progress. That's why I created the microdosing journal. It's because we have these goals and we have these reflections. As when we state our goals, when we track our progress, and when we reflect on our journey, then we can see the magic unfolding in real time and be able to course correct or reflect and really appreciate the practice for what it is. And the sixth major mistake is doing it alone without support. Guys, this is new, this is novel, and even though it's an incredibly safe practice, it's important to work with professionals like therapists, consulting your doctors, or working with trained coaches that can help you with the education to get started and with support along the way to implement those habits into lifestyle practices so that you can see the massive benefits. Microdosing works best when you combine it with intentions, reflections, and support. If you've ever thought about skipping that part, that probably means you need it the most. So how do we start microdosing? How do we build our first protocol? Well, I say it to every single one of my clients and I'll say it again, start small. You can always titrate up from a low dose, but this isn't about getting high. This is about tapping in. So start low and see how it affects you in real time. I recommend 2 to 4 times a week, not daily. It's important to set goals and understand why you're approaching microdosing. If you're approaching it for work, focus, and clarity, then maybe it's good to take your microdose more in the morning or around lunchtime in order to get some of that active time while you're in your work mode. While others will take it later in the day for more emotional support and getting into their creative endeavors after work. Even some take it in the evening to improve with lucid dreaming or better sleep quality. It's important to recognize where you're coming from and set clear goals so that your protocol surrounds that. Always include rest days. This is the best way to keep your dosages stable and to prevent any sort of habituation or reliance on the substance. Psychedelics are not physically addictive, but anything can become a habit if you're not treating it intentionally. And most importantly, when you're looking at mindful microdosing, pair your microdosing with rituals, breath work, journaling, setting goals, reoccurring practices, spending time with family. When you fill your calendar with things that lift you up and fulfill your life and avoid those negative habits like snacking and doom scrolling and the things that are tearing you down, you begin to build a new lifestyle. And microdosing can really help with that. But it's so crucial to pair your microdosing practice with a lifestyle regimen that resonates with you and your best self. Not just about what you take, it's about what you do around the practice. Now let's take a moment and talk about what microdosing feels like. First of all, it's not intoxication and it's not hallucination. I like to say people feel clarity and uplifting and increase in the appreciation of life. My best days on microdosing, I feel like my genuine self, not like someone I'm trying to be. The most important part of a microdosing practice is integration and mindset. I like to tell my clients that microdosing is the oil for your machine, but you still need to fuel it and conduct it in the way that is best in line with you. That's one of the many reasons why I created the microdosing journal, to help people learn the tools for success that can help with the microdosing practice. These tools have helped millions and millions of humans become their best selves, whether it's just tapping into your breath, creating a prayer practice, expressing gratitude, journaling, setting goals, creating habits and routines. These are common practices that can radically change your life if you apply yourself. So integration, mindset, this is what makes the program work. So no matter how you choose to show up to your microdosing practice, do it with intention. Recognize that this is a very important part in you learning how to heal yourself and to become your most creative, abundant version of you. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on the introduction to mindful microdosing. If you're curious about diving deeper or learning more, I'd love to connect with you. Drop a comment in the video. Please subscribe. It helps us get this word out about the psychedelic renaissance. If you're interested in our journals, courses, or coaching, we'd love to work with you. This is Seth Marcus from the Mind Mill, and until next time,